Matthew, it's time to get up.
What don't you get? I told you I was retired.
Yeah, but it's filming day.
Yeah, but last year was as good as it's going to get. I've peaked. I got nothing left.
Well, the banquet attendees need something.
Did you not hear? The reviews for last year's video came out. They weren't very good.
They can't be that bad.
Well, they weren't good. Take, for instance, my good friend, Ernest Schwartz. I look up to the guy. Did you hear what he had to say?
Stinks. Flat stinks. Sucks. You know,
What about Chris Pickler? He seems like a pretty positive guy.
Oh, yeah, Chris Pickler. He certainly spared no punches.
Highs and lows.
Oh, I see what you mean. Chris was ruthless. Matthew, what's it going to take to get this video off the ground?
Well, honestly, I think short of a phone call from one person, I just don't think there's any hope. Mr. President, this is such an unexpected call. What can I do for you, sir?
Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, Mr. Ingham. I need a banquet video, and I need it within 48 hours.
48 hours, sir?
You heard me. The banquet is this weekend, so get it done and have it on my desk by Friday.
So you want me to do 1,000 hours of editing in 2 days?
Well, yes. Is that going to be a problem?
No, sir. I can't wait. It will be done.
Excellent. I have to go now. The First Lady is calling me to dinner. It's chicken nuggets and mac and cheese night. Over and out.
Okie dokie. I guess we're making a banquet video. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's good to see all of you. I'm so honored to be back for another year as your banquet video MC. I guess you could say the joke is on you, though, for having to put up with me yet again. And on an unrelated note, the club dues will be going up 200% this year to pay for this video production. I guess you get what you paid for. With that being said, friends, family, distinguished guests, and of course, Dan Horrell, welcome to the 2024 WTPA Banquet video presentation. What a successful season the Wisconsin Tractor Pullers saw in 2024. Bear with me as I run down just a few of the polling campaign's greatest highlights from this summer. The club crowned 11 champions tonight, with over half of them being new as compared to last year. That is just great competition and club depth at its best. The club continued to add some new blood this year with youngsters Alex Baer, Jordan Eckel, Peyton Berg, and Kendra Horrell continuing to get more seat time. I hate to say it, dads, but those dad bods aren't going to help you keep control much longer. We also got to extend a big welcome to Brandon in the mini rod class, Fred in the super stock 4x4 class, Randy in the pro farm, and join me in saying, welcome home, John Lynn with Notorious. Oh, and on a side note, what is in the water, seriously? I got a chance to chat with both Jordan and Justin Eckel this year at Ellsworth, and honestly, I thought I was talking to two-fifths of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And as far as Alex goes, this kid is still in high school, and yet he looks like he could pull the sled down the track himself. What a time to be a kid, I guess. The schedule continues to grow, showing not only stabilization within the club, but a growing desire in the entertainment world to have the WTPA come to their town and put on a show. We'd like to welcome into the family Stanley and Eagle Valley Speedway. Last but not least, I have to comment on the conclusion of the four-wheel drive modified class. Not just this year, but 2 years running now. We saw the class come down to literally the very last hook in order to crown a champion. We saw the Hagen Camps campaign not one, but two trucks, unfortunately coming up just a shade short, but still, wow. Now, I know pullers would rather be up by 100 points and just win the class with ease, but I must say, from the fans' point of view, that type of excitement is the kind of stuff we can't get enough of. Thank you to all the competitors for making the product on and off the track something to be proud of. All right, well, let's get to what you came here to see tonight, the many movie stars of the WTPA. I was told by a person or two last year that the video clips were a hit, so as the old saying goes, stick with what works. So sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves. It's time to make some Christmas magic happen with the 2024 WTPA Banquet video presentation. Sum up your 2024 pulling season in one sentence.
Stinks, flat stinks, sucks, thought about quitting. Worst season ever.
The tractor was hungry. It liked to eat turbos. It was a very expensive season for me.
Educational. Learned a lot this year.
We had some ups and downs, we had some breakage, and had a lot of fun.
Challenging. It's been a challenging year. We had some engine problems, got it back together, but here we are. Keep it rolling.
It's been pretty spectacular.
We've been improving this year. Made a lot of changes to the tractor, and we're not at the top yet, but we're certainly working our way towards it. It's us against us. Always improving.
It's been a pretty darn good season. I mean, tractor's been pretty strong.
Sentence.
Hot and wet. Only need 3 words.
It was a rough season.
It sucked.
Kaboom!
What was your favorite hook in 2024 and why?
Wyega. I didn't win there, but it was somewhere new to pull, and I've never pulled there, so I kind of like doing new stuff.
Probably have to say Menominee. It was a rough start, but we started to get it dialed in Menominee.
Toma again. We didn't know if we quite had enough to get a win there again, but we got it done.
Favorite hook this year would be Wyega because I got to see my dad get back on a tractor.
Ellsworth. Close to home, great venue.
My favorite hook was Toma. When we hooked at night, we were first hook, made a great pass, and it just felt great.
I'd say Jim Falls at the racetrack because I got second.
Stanley. Got there late, showed up and won.
I liked Ettrick. It was a good track. The weather sucked. It rained afterwards, but we won that class.
It was Ellsworth because I won.
Favorite hook would be Lancaster, because it's close for me to drive home.
Well, I think my favorite event was the first event we had for the WTPA, and that was at Stanley. I think they did a hell of a job there, and I think that track bit right from the beginning, right to the end, and looking forward to going back there next year.
What was one of the coolest things you saw in pulling this summer?
That is a tall question. I'm going to say the coolest thing in pulling this season is just the camaraderie of the pullers.
For me, the coolest was the Livid team and Berg Motorsports. They're putting their daughters in and getting their first victories of the year.
John Lynn taking first place with the Old Notorious.
All the kids, daughters and sons driving their stuff now. It's pretty neat to see.
Of course, I'd have to, kind of the low-hanging fruit, easy answer is Alex coming around as a good driver.
I got to go to Toma for the first time. That was awesome. Never been there before.
Ray J side by side with the AC on it. I tell you, I got to get one for next year.
My dad running down the track.
My daughter pulling my truck.
I'm going to go to Cam Burke's daughter, doing very well with the pole, so she got the pole this year. I love seeing that stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, and I don't want to be partial, but my grandson, when I took him to Toma. And
just I guess each pulling team coming together. Waiawega, the whole Pizik crew, every puller in the class, in the mini rod class, come together to make sure he made a hook.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cozy Fireplace here, as we just heard from so many fun and unique people on some of the basics from this past season. A lot of familiar answers with a few new ones splashed in. I thought it was also worth noting that often many people like to pay love to Colby, but of course, that event was sidelined sadly this year due to the weather. There is no doubt they will be back bigger and better in 2025. Much like pulling at its core, the summer here in Wisconsin throws all kinds of curveballs, and you must find ways to adapt. Next up, we have what I hope will be an annual part of the WTPA Banquet, educational moments. The good ones, of course. So many things behind the scenes in the sport that you could be the occasional fan and not know 80% of what goes into making a pulling season possible. Here in this next segment, we highlight a pulling event and find out just what goes on behind the curtains before opening night. So pulling fans, take a little trip with me back to the Ridgeland Nationals pit area, where I was joined by Mr. Kevin Lindstrom of the Showdown in Kerrtown, as we talk about some of the nuts and bolts that make a pulling dream become a reality. How much time is dedicated to planning the Showdown in Kerrtown?
Well, basically, it's probably 10 months out of the year between the planning and, we take a couple months off in the summer, we don't have meetings, but otherwise, 9 to 10 months out of the year, we have meetings at least once a month, and when it gets closer to polling time, we have meetings, every 2 weeks, or even like up to the poll every week, and from starting with sponsorship to setting up classes, and like we had to have a meeting the other day because our date changed to June 7th instead of June 14th. The way the calendar is, we thought we were jumping, but Hutchinson is going to be on the 14th, 15th, so we're going to be on the 7th. So it just lot of things that's just got to be addressed, and try to get the whole group on board to the same thing. And
how many people are involved with the Showdown in Kerrtown?
There's probably 20 of us, the members that are pretty religious about going to the meetings and stuff. And when it comes close to the time of the event, there's over 100, that actually got their hands on the event, and plus we hire different groups, FFAs, and from different parts of the, different towns, the 4-H's and the Lions Club and the church clubs and stuff like that. Try to get them involved. I might even be a little short at the 100. I guess there's a lot of people involved at the night of the event. So.
Tell us about the progression your pull has made from the start to present day.
Well, if you'd told me this when we started this 17 years ago, that we're going to be to what we are today, I'd have said no way. But we started out as a group of about 7-8 people, and we got Tri-State to come in there, and we put on a show. And our first year, we had an auctioneer bullhorn for a PA system, because we didn't have a PA at the it just growing up from since there. So.
Tell us one thing that makes Ellsworth so special.
I guess, to see the crowd we had again this year, that is pretty special. I'm totally amazed at what kind of crowd we got. I was a little worried after last year, the rain out and having for Sunday afternoon, but people, they come back, and we fill their event, and that's great. I don't know, we don't know where to go from there. I just hope we can maintain that. So.
A lot of pullers and fans consider Ellsworth to be their favorite hook. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot, especially being at an event. We're at Ridgeland here now, and this has always been real high on as a list of pullers to go to. Ridgeland's been here forever, and Norwalk is another one that's been really high up. But for the pullers to think Ellsworth, it was a dream of ours when we were 10 years ago, 15 years ago to be like a Ridgeland. It's like then we have a little advantage. We have the ability to have twin tracks and stuff like that, but. It is. I'm real thankful for the pullers and for the crowd, the people that want to come watch the pull. Because if you don't have anybody spectators, we can have all the pullers in the world, and it doesn't do it. It doesn't. Pullers don't want to pull in front of no crowd either. So it is pretty special, really. So.
Thank you, Kevin, and the entire Ellsworth crew. Give it up for them, everyone. All right, well, there you have it. One of the best guys and families in Wisconsin pulling. Every time I talk to Kevin, I learn something. And what I appreciate most about the guy is, after talking to him, that he cares about this sport, period. Thank you very much to Kevin for joining me. Okay, now it's time to wake people back up in the cheap seats. Up next is what you all have been waiting for. We are going to get just a touch edgy with some more video clips. Just remember, you said it, not me. Let's do this. Roll that footage. Settle the debate. Does pineapple belong on a pizza?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Hell no.
No. No.
Absolutely not. It's un-American.
A pizza.
No, it's gross.
What? Absolutely not. But you ask my wife, yes.
Well, everything else goes together, so why not?
Yes, it does.
People can't answer that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Depends on who's going to eat the pizza.
Yes. I agree, yes, sometimes.
Absolutely. Shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah.
On certain pizzas, yes.
Yes, if it's got ham with it.
God, no. No, keep the pineapple off. I love pineapple, but definitely not on pizza.
Pineapple don't belong anywhere.
Who is a puller we should be on the lookout for in 2025?
My nephew Jake.
5.
Peyton Berg.
Me.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Fred will figure it out.
Clint Boehner. Well, my kid said me, so I suppose I'll have to say him.
Definitely Fred Fredrickson from the overruled pulling team.
Probably my dad.
Isaac Conway.
I think you should look out for me because I do good.
I think Chad Timmerman, he said...
He's going to be new to the group. Zach.
All of them, I'm going to say.
Who is a WTPA member you'd want to take out on a date, and why? Come on now, we can do better than this. Let's go.
Oh, it'd have to be a three-way with the Pajek boys. There's nothing better than a Pajek sandwich.
Autumn Aftal, because she did a great job backing me in last weekend with that little wink. Oh, Steve Yagi. I mean, the entertainment is real.
Probably Michelle Pickler. I think we'd make a good couple.
Dan Horrell. It looks like he eats well.
Oh, that's a good question. I better say my, does it have to be a member? Is my wife a member? I better say my wife.
I take Mark Pajek. He's a wealth of knowledge. He definitely always has an idea or a thought, and could help anybody out any day. So.
My wife.
Last but not least, what do you love about
Tim Pajek. It's guaranteed to be a good time.
That's a
Ray J. Rent, because I think I could get him to buy one.
Oh my gosh, let me see which. Ray J. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm going to set that boy up. You know, for once, he's not going to see what's coming. You know, he thinks he can read tracks, he knows what tires and tire pressure and gears, but I'll set him up on that one. Give me the chance, I'll humble him.
Oh, I don't know who's the hottest. Probably Derek Vaughn. He's kind of cute.
Dallas Zunker.
Oh boy, that's gonna have to be Dallas Zunker again, being on Tinder.
Ryan Lynn. He's been my best friend forever.
I wouldn't date any of the pullers.
Well, that'd definitely be Dan Horrell. Yep, absolutely.
Ernest is the only one old enough to go on a date with me.
Probably Johnny. I know he's got a lot of bush lights, so I think that'll get us through the night.
Probably Brian Miller because he's a wuss. Can't keep up drinking.
Well, I'd take my buddy Dallas.
because he's pretty wild, right? You never know what to expect from Dallas.
On a date, boy, that's a pretty good one. You know, I don't know. That's could skew that a couple different directions, but I'll tell you what, you could pick a few out of our class would be a good time on a date.
Oh, that's a struggle. I don't know if my wife would let me go on another date.
I'd probably take Ray J again, and we go to Golden Corral, preferably downtown Indiana.
Probably Dallas Zunker, you know, because he's got a lot of experience, I suppose. He's always on Tinder, and he's always on the prowl.
Polar? My wife gonna watch us? I'm gonna have to decline.
Well, I'd want to take somebody that's gonna kick the crap out of somebody when they start belittling me about my announcing. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to take Derek Vaughn.
The future of our club tells us who the better looking dude is.
I'd have to go Alex Bear. And why? I don't know. He just looks genuine.
Ooh. Gonna have to give that one to Jordan. He's got the flow going on. It's nice to see him out here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I sure hope you took something away from tonight's video presentation. It wasn't always pretty, but then again, neither are some of you at 11 p.m. after a long day at the polls. Kidding, of course, mostly. If there's one thing I can leave you with tonight, it's this. This club is truly one big family. We don't always agree, we don't always get along, but at the end of the day, everyone does their part to make the show a success. Let's face it, you spend countless hours every summer with the person to your left and to your right. Some of the best memories you'll carry with you the rest of your life will undoubtedly include a few of the people in this very room. So appreciate the people, enjoy the moments, and if you can, always carry with you the respect that everyone deserves on face value. This is the Wisconsin Tractor Pullers Association, and never forget, you represent pulling at its best. Lastly, here tonight, we will conclude the show with the picture montage, which also includes a few 2024 WTPA family highlights. So many awesome moments once again this summer. It's truly impossible to capture them all in one video collection, but we found some of the best ones for you to take in. Thank you to everyone involved one more time in this video production. I couldn't have done it without you. If you're driving home tonight, please be safe. If you're staying, enjoy yourselves. To all, Merry Christmas and have a great night, everybody.